Welcome back to the Beauty and the Freak podcast. I am narcissist, love bomber, gaslighter, Eak the Freak. To my left, she has been described as a Marlboro floating in a sweet tea. The beautiful, the talented Katie B.
Hello. I'm hoarse this week. I'm losing my voice.
Because it got a little bit more Marlboro going on with you.
Been smoking too many Marlboros.
Here at the top, we had a couple of little announcements we wanted to shoot out to y'all. As y'all may have noticed, if you've watched episode 1 through 3, we don't have a fucking logo yet. And it's really something that we have not thought about. So we're going to open it up now to basically the fans. Feel free to submit logos. If you want to make a logo, we're going to pick the winner probably in, 2 weeks? Something like that?
Yeah, give them time.
We'll do 2 weeks. And
people are busy.
$50 to the winner.
Yeah.
No real parameters or restrictions around this. Just send us something that you think is cool. We might think it's cool. We send you $50.
Something that looks like us, maybe.
Mildly. Hopefully it looks like us. It could just be some letters, some lettering.
I don't mean look like us like the way we look. I mean something that goes along with us as a brand.
Like maybe like a beautiful hair and then maybe a mustache next to it.
Yeah, it could be a woman with a mustache. I don't know. Then they just think that was you with the long hair.
So Kate has jumped out in the lead in the logo contest so far with a pretty good idea.
No, I don't like that one.
What else did we have
Don't
here?
do that.
We was going to dress at the 10 up. July 22nd at Tanya's Tavern. Eak the Freak right here. We'll be playing. That's in Chatsworth, Georgia. That's the old landmark. Come out. I'll be there. Kate will be there.
Be a good time.
We'll be having a jolly time. What is it we're going to drop?
Get a wholesome time.
What is it we're going to drop here soon, Kate? Merch. So with the logo that you guys submit, whoever wins that, we'll surely be slapping that on a T-shirt, a damn hat, a bib, baby onesies.
You name the worst things first.
Claymores.
We'll make T-shirts, hoodies, hats.
We're going to take spray paint and vandalize buildings in the city of Dalton with the logo that you submit.
So make it easy.
Let's see. Notes. Okay,
the fight. If we're talking about dates,
Let's fight.
No.
Oh, the fight.
Yeah. The fight, the birthday party.
When was it? I put it in the shared calendar. You opened that up yet?
Nope.
Perfect. Okay.
I've not. I've only asked you 5 times what date it is in a text.
I've told you 5 times.
No, you haven't.
But I also keep forgetting.
Every single time I ask you in a text, you reply and it's something different.
I want to say July 8th.
It could possibly be half my fault because I could ask you 2 or 3 things in the same text.
That's true.
And you just run over that date. So, no, I have no idea.
With the way half our conversations go, it could be both of our faults equally.
Yeah.
What
so
day?
July 8th, you think?
I don't want to put it out there like that, but yeah, I'm pretty sure it's July 8th. Kimber Dunn will be fighting at the Jordan Center in Fort
You
O.
posted it on your Facebook.
I did,
We can look back.
If you go back to my Facebook.
It's on there.
And we will be announcing it basically every week. We're also going to, Miss Kimber Dunn was so nice to accept our invite onto the podcast. So roughly middle of June, she will be on here. We'll be asking her, I guess we'll ask you guys for questions to ask her, but we got a bunch of stuff. And we were going to do a little stunt. You want to tell them about the stunt with the... Okay.
We're gonna let her punch him in the face, and I think I should be able to punch him in the face too. And
as per fan request.
Yeah, and we're gonna see just how this goes.
I don't think that we okayed you punching me in the face.
Yeah, I did.
Okay, so it's 1-1.
Yeah, I'm gonna go first in case she knocks you out. then I don't get to do it.
But what if you loosen me up and then she comes in with the clean blow?
What if I knock you out?
That's true.
First hit.
That's honestly true. I feel like that's not very likely. But maybe you come in with a body punch or something. You know what I'm saying? Keep my
Maybe I just hit you with a kick.
Okay, all right. Maybe hit me.
I'm gonna practice.
Hit me with a love bomb.
No.
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 All right, breakfast in bed. Here we go. So this week we did a couple live streams. Me and Kate had the best fucking time on those, man.
Yeah, that's so much fun. I think I'm addicted now.
The first one we did what? How long?
2 hours.
2 fucking hours. It had 338 comments on it.
It was awesome. Y'all were great.
The biggest
commenting on it. it was great. It was
the
great.
biggest
Thank
outpouring
y'all.
of like fan interaction I've ever had with
Yeah.
anything through music, anything through any of this.
And y'all, the DMs that y'all are sending him.
If you could just
I'm
direct
kidding.
some of those.
Towards me a little bit, like, God, I'm getting jealous over here.
I really like that too. You guys have done great with that.
But what I want to say though is he does share them with me, and thank y'all so much. Thank y'all. Like y'all are great. Y'all are giving us good
Feedback,
good
interaction.
feedback, pumping us up. Like it's really good.
When we
really
first started
good.
this week, when Kate had mentioned to me, she was like, I really want to make this podcast like as interactive as possible with the fans. And I said yes, but in my head, what I was thinking, because I've been doing music for 3 years, was it's really fucking hard to get people to take even, 5 seconds out of their day to comment something towards you, much less sit for 10, 15, 20 minutes. What was the girl's name that was outside at the bar?
Taylor.
Taylor.
Love her.
What was she doing?
So during our live, because this was Friday night during like Cinco de Mayo, she was, I guess, out at the bar with
Everybody
her friends.
was.
Yeah.
Besides us.
Yeah, we were on live in our studio. But she's at the bar and she's replying in our live, like we're talking back and
So
forth.
active.
And then she drops us with and by the way, I'm at the bar with my friends, but I'm sitting outside in my car watching and talking to y'all because this is more entertaining than what's going on in there.
Which felt like one of the nicest things
Yeah,
I've ever
I
heard.
loved that. Like, that hyped me up so much.
I've been having some serious
Yeah.
esophageal issues, guys. And
I felt bad because I was like,
you almost
like-
threw up in your mouth when I did it.
no,
Rude.
don't. No, I was getting on to you for it, but then you told me that it's actually a medical issue, so now I feel bad.
Yeah, I was waiting for like a bless you or something like that, but I looked over to a scowl. It was on brand.
I'm like, stop.
Yeah, but the feedback from these lives, guys.
You need
Is-
a napkin. You got to bring a towel in here
Why would
with
I use
you.
a napkin when I
You
got
can
a
use your
shirt?
shirt.
The feedback
So I
from these
told
lives,
Fane,
incredible.
use a napkin. Don't use your shirt or your clothes.
Okay, so yeah, during these two lives, the point of it was we were asking for viewer submitted questions. Back to Kate saying she wanted to make this very interactive. You guys really like. I'm still like kind of shook by it, but you guys have submitted so many fucking questions about this, that, and the third. And we were gonna at the beginning of this episode and at the beginning of every episode, we're gonna go down and discuss what y'all want to fucking talk about.
Oh, hold on. Let me say this first.
Go ahead.
In the live, we threw around the idea, and thanks, Memory, for giving me the idea about doing like a little blind dating segment or like do like a little.
Love is Blind.
Yeah. Well, we can't copy them completely, but we'll come up with a name. But basically, that kind of concept, maybe doing like a few episode series of it or something. We're still planning it. We've been talking about it and
So
stuff.
excited about
Yeah. But we were going to say, like, seriously, submit yourselves. Send us, like, if you're interested in coming on and being a part of this dating show, I guess, that we're going to put
A
together.
single person, if you're a single person and
Yes.
you want to.
Partake in it. Let us know. Probably, maybe 2 months from
I would
now.
give us about 2 months. We're going to need a little planning phase
Yeah.
to kind of make like a proprietary system
Yeah.
of how we're going to do this. We want to make it be interesting. We don't just want to
But we
waste
can't do it if we don't have anybody to come on to do it. So
I
we
think
need.
we'll have people.
Okay, well, y'all, come on.
Yeah,
If not, we're going to pick you.
And that's to the
ourselves.
Beauty and DaFreak Instagram.
I'm going to start going through my Facebook picking people out.
Yeah, this is somebody.
So-
They probably might want to. But this person has a sexy voice, not much to fuck, but we get them in here, maybe get somebody tricked. Yeah. So what we're trying to do with this, we're not trying to expose anybody, embarrass anybody.
No, we want y'all to agree to
this
it.
is pure entertainment, but also the Beauty and the Freak podcast is a place to find love, and I can speak to that personally. I know that Kate might not have found the same amount that I have, but my life has been forever changed since episode 1. So
God.
yeah, okay, that's a gross dramatization, but
I have.
a love bomber during
I
the
have.
introduction.
Yeah.
So yeah, that'll be fun. Submit that to the Beauty and the Freak Instagram, and I'm gonna hopefully put a link right here that should like allow some tagging or something like that. And if I don't, and
You haven't yet.
I have. In the last one, there's some cards at the end.
Okay.
A little bit. The first one had none. Second one had like a crumb of edit. And the third one had like, it looked like maybe I had learned editing yesterday.
Okay.
As to where the first two looked like I was going to learn editing tomorrow.
Which happened.
Yeah. Well, they were pretty awful.
Questions that people have
the first
asked
of the
us.
questions.
Let's go through them.
Okay, so I feel like we talked about this briefly on episode 1, but I kind of wanted to deep dive into this because we mostly just made it about ourselves instead of like talking about it. So John, from home, we won't reveal last names, and if you submit questions and want them anonymous, let us know that because we will first name you. John wanted us to discuss
on accident.
if you have like something like this, like an entertainment-based thing where, you know, we're neither one expressing like maybe our truest, genuine feelings on here. Like there's an element of entertainment to this, right? To be successful in doing shit like this, you need a little sensationalism. So he asked, what about like putting yourself out there, your future kids, your future employment, your relationships, your in-laws, like
what you put out on social media, how do you think it is going to influence those relationships and stuff in the future?
Yeah, I think maybe we should gear it towards, you know, if there's people watching, how many conversations have y'all been in where somebody said, we should start a podcast? Well, something that I didn't consider, and I don't know if Kate considered, is to be entertaining, you got to kind of be a, you know, you don't want to be a regular person walking down the street. You want to have a little pizzazz to you. But the in-laws, you know what I'm saying? I have rendered myself undateable based off my Facebook posts. If I ever date a girl and her parents go to my Facebook, there is not a chance. It's a red flag after red flag.
Unless her dad is like just like you, like if he has like the same
sense of humor,
yes, then he'd probably be like, "This is a cool dude." But
unless the dad is schizophrenic, it's not going to work.
Yeah, he's gonna be probably judging only because that's his little girl.
So what would you tell somebody if they want to start a podcast and they're stuck as to far, you know,
I don't think it's necessarily even a podcast. Sorry, I think it's just
a YouTube channel even.
It's anything in general, putting yourself out there on a platform and like being able to talk about your opinions and stuff. I have thought about it. When I decided to do this, it was definitely something that I considered and like still, you know, think about. Like I walk that fine line of like, I want to be transparent and I want to put myself out there and stuff, but also I don't want to do something that's going to ruin everything that I have going for me.
Well, you and I are in much different situations.
Yeah, we are.
Look at where we're sitting right now. We're sitting at Tasker's Barber and Salon, 100 West Walnut Avenue, Suite 114.
Perfect.
Oh, if y'all have seen these last 3, I've been fucking that up. I'm 0 for 6, and now I'm 1 for 7.
Yes.
And we're just going to climb back more. So as to where I work at a studio with a bunch of rappers from Chattanooga, or a bunch of the musicians in general are fairly degenerate individuals. It's just how you end up being a musician.
It comes with the brand.
It comes with the territory of nobody
you
is going to
know.
And nobody's going to put themselves out there like that unless they're a little fucked up.
Yeah, which, I mean, if you really take like what I do for my career, being a hairstylist, I'm an artist.
100%.
And what I have loved lately that I have seen on social media is like salons and stuff that are, you know, they have a neon sign in the salon that has a cuss word in it and stuff. And like, I don't even think 6 years ago, especially here and, you know, in this community, that would have been cool to do. You would have been so hated on. But like, that is me as a person. And do I know when to be modest and like, you know, whatever? Yes, I do. But I want to relax some too.
You worry people going to see this? Do you worry? Because like a really interesting thing to talk about is anal sex.
Oh God.
It just is, man. People like to talk about butt stuff. And so where, like, this is the hard line to draw. I would say if I were you, this would be the hard line to draw, to where you do have a professional image to uphold, kinda. You know what I'm saying? You want it to be your brand.
Like I said, I learned how to do it, and now I'm kind of unlearning how to do it. Like in today's social media age and platform.
I don't think people give a fuck about political correctness.
I don't think they do anymore either. There are still those people that do, but I think the norm, and especially like the people who are going to take their time to sit and listen to us or watch us, don't give a fuck. And I love that, because I love that I finally feel like I can have a voice.
Be yourself.
Of who I really am. And I love that. So like I'm doing it. Like I'm doing it. I'm going fully into it and stuff, but it definitely crossed my mind. In-laws, I don't plan on having those. So I'm not worried about it.
I only date girls who have 2 dead parents. So I'm scratching that one off the list. But yeah, if I was going to tell y'all out there, like what type of content moderation you should impose on yourself to like do if you're going to stream on Twitch or whatever, it's fucking none. Can your job fire you for shit you say on the internet? Of course. Mm-hmm. Are you ever going to be in a position where you can be fired from a job and lean back on something that you enjoy, like a podcast or a Twitch stream or a YouTube channel, if you don't be your genuine self? Absolutely not, because there's a million pretenders, who are coming up here and they're being the version of themselves that they think society wants them to be. Mm-hmm. And you guys at home don't give a fuck about that. Y'all want to hear dick jokes. Mm-hmm. Y'all want to hear wild sex stories. You want to hear about doo-doo smearing during three people stuff.
God.
I mean, I'm just saying that's interesting internet content.
I know.
That's how these people, Joe Rogan, Tim Dillon, 2 girls, 1 blunt. What's the 2 whores you watch? The one.
It's only one now. Yeah, we don't call girls whores.
What was the name of that podcast?
Call Her Daddy.
Call Her Daddy. They won $80 million from Cole Sprouse. Did you see that?
No, I did not.
They got Cole Sprouse on there to talk about, he's such a pretentious douche. She was like, do you care if I smoke tobacco in here? She was like, no. He's like, I'm so concerned about how people think it's a big deal for tobacco.
No, I've heard people talk about that episode, but I have not listened or watched it.
Yeah, that podcast is good when she is talking about anal sex. And when she tries to do anything else, that podcast is unbearable.
Have you listened to some of her old ones? Like when it was both of them on there?
No, she doesn't strike me as like any kind of like true intellectual though. It's gonna like engage and captivate. I feel like the butt stuff was her real like bread and butter.
They taught women how to do the Gluck Gluck 3000.
Good. If y'all, I have not seen this tutorial, but if you guys,
this was like when they first came. This was years ago.
Anybody that has a crush on me out there at all, I'm going to quiz you on the Gluck Gluck video before the first day. Even I've started to raise my standards in 2023.
Yeah, it's a whole thing. They break it down.
You got to cup the balls. Yeah, so ultimately be your full self. Whoever you are, if you are a clean-cut guy that wears a 3-piece suit every day, be that on your podcast, be it on your YouTube channel. Be you, because at the end of the day, that's who you're going to end up being anyways. People are going to find out that you're that person.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Unfortunately, I am just this person. Okay, so the next question was from Brian, and this is a good one. He said, man, I have so many burps that want to come out right now, and it's so...
I really want to figure this out for you. Like I want, like I'm like, is there like gas X, like any of that?
It's erosion of my upper esophageal sphincter,
and that's when I started feeling bad. When
the
you
contents
told,
of my stomach are coming in.
So it's not necessarily what's going on in your stomach. What's going on in your stomach is probably going on in mine right now, but I'm able to let it out. Or keep it down. Okay, so it's keeping it down.
Well, that's one part of it, depending on...
then you can't keep it down, but then it's hard for it to come out because of your throat.
Well, there's swelling. There's like so much inflammation in my esophagus. You know, I told you before we went on the podcast, they ran that balloon down my throat and like blew it up and held it for 15 minutes so that my swallowing could like be better. But that shit is... I'll take that up with God. What? Okay.
We'll worry about that later.
First world problems. I got them. You got them. We all got them. A first world problem, if y'all are watching and don't know, is something that basically no one in a shitty country not a shitty country. No one in a less economically privileged country would ever consider to be an issue because they're worried about food, water.
I was going to say anything that you have to survive.
Warring tribes.
It's not that.
Ebola. That's a big one in a lot of countries. It's an awful disease. It just like slowly erodes you from the inside.
That's terrible.
So we have first world problems. Like I'm broke, and I will tweet about it on my $1,300 iPhone that I'm broke.
Yeah.
And that is like, that's American as fuck. So if you had to pick your worst first world problem, what would you say that is?
Off the top of my head, because I was complaining about it earlier, is that I need to clean up and organize my 2 iPhones because I don't know what apps are on which one.
Your 2 relatively new iPhones.
Yeah.
You're combined $2,100 of iPhones.
And I have to go back and I'm like, wait, is it on this one or is it on this one? And then this one's just like chaotic.
Ugh.
and this one runs better. But so then I do certain things on it because my personal one is still. I mean, now it's old.
Pause.
It's a 12, but it's old.
Pause. Imagine explaining this to an Ethiopian.
Yeah, they would hate me.
No, they would rob you.
Yeah.
They would probably
Yeah.
rob you because they don't have food. And that's what makes first world problems awesome is we're full as fuck complaining about this. I mean, I'm not really now because I'm kind of a crackhead, but other people maybe watching are full complaining about their iPhones.
I'm like, I don't know. Do you got another one? I need to think about it. I know
Biggest
they're
first
there.
world problem. Biggest first world problem.
The speaker on my Alexa's going out in my bathroom.
Oh, that's annoying.
I
That is a
have
first
to
world
yell at
problem.
her. Like, yeah.
Alexa!
Yeah, God.
Alexa,
Yeah.
turn on Murph.
I love
Alexa,
her.
play Murph. I'm trying to think of a first world problem I have. I probably have so many that I'm just fucking blind to them. I have
That's what I'm saying. I need to like think about it. I'm like,
I have
let me
no-
rack my brain.
no second or first world problems. I'm full. I'm housed. I'm clothed.
I'm
The
trying to think of one for you.
Yeah. I think Adobe Premiere on a laptop pad could be a little more intuitive. All the different menus for the different stages of editing, I feel like we could sum that down, and it's really and you explain this to somebody in Sudan, and they're just not even going to know what you're talking about.
Also, I'm really ready for you to buy that new Mac.
Yes.
That new MacBook.
We rock, paper, scissors. So Kate is actually buying us a new Mac for the podcast. We rock, paper, scissors.
So supposedly, for us to do this podcast correctly, we need like a $3,500.
23.
I looked up one and it was like close to 3. Yeah, like I was like, who knew that a laptop
Oh, yeah.
that I was going to need one day was going to be $3,000.
I remember how we decided that you were going to get this outright on your credit card and just figure it out eventually. It's because I was a starving artist living in a single wide, and you're a successful business owner. So it like naturally falls onto you to go pick up the brand new $6,100 MacBook.
No, it don't.
No, I don't think. And
I have hella bills. I'm not.
got
I'm
hella
broke.
banks, hella bread.
I'm broke.
Okay, fair enough.
If I combined my rent payments
For here in your
and-
home?
yeah, I would. I'm not going to do that.
Okay, so
Never
this
mind.
just a brand new idea. Kate just telepathically communicated this to me. We're going to be doing a car wash outside of
Taskers
outside
in the
of here.
back.
Yeah,
we got back door, parking lot.
Kate will be wearing a one piece, but I will actually be wearing a banana hammock. If you ever watched Borat, we're going to put a banana hammock right.
If anybody wants to volunteer to wash cars,
Yeah, but this is going to be a really shallow and skin deep interview process. We love all people, all shapes and sizes, but honestly, we're trying to buy a MacBook, and we're going to need somebody with some tatas. You heard me?
we need a MacBook, y'all.
We need a MacBook. Bring y'all dump truck out. My biggest first world problem is I don't have a
would consider
MacBook.
myself as like a starving artist, not in the same way as you, but
Not like actually hungry.
well, no.
Yeah, I'm like my shit grumbling right now
Well, that's because you choose not to eat.
because I'm a crackhead. First world
You
problem.
could eat.
First world problem. We don't have the nicest MacBook made.
No, I don't even have a MacBook.
I don't
I have an
either.
Acer.
We're editing this podcast on a 1926 HP. It actually has a pull start to get it. Ding, 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 ding. I ran out of diesel last week, is why the episode 1 was 3 days late. And diesel $4 a gallon now. So y'all know how much copper wire I had to burn behind my house to get $4 of diesel?
Go on.
Yes. This was a good one from Tyler from the live stream. He asked, have you ever had a sex injury? I didn't ask him to elaborate on it. I did it first, but I thought it would be better if we bantered back and forth about what even is a sex injury.
Oh, let's hear it.
Oh, for me first?
Yeah.
So I wouldn't call it an injury. I've had sex dysfunctions, maybe? No, it sounds
Okay,
like I can't get
that's
hard.
what I'm
That sounds
saying,
like I
like-
can't get hard. That ain't it.
That's what I'm saying. Like, why would you not consider it an injury?
Because it wasn't long lasting. I got an incredibly elastic penis, and I feel like it's got a lot of
But did it hurt?
oh my God, yeah. So this
Okay,
is how
that's
it
an
happened.
injury.
This is how it
It
happened.
doesn't matter how long it takes for the pain to go away.
The
It's
young
still an
lady had
injury.
been bragging about her top game.
If I hit my funny bone on the doorway, it's
That
still
ain't an injury.
Yeah, it is. It fucking hurt.
Okay, you got to get in the game. That's like we're not sidelining you for elbow injury. I don't know why, but I was thinking during sex. As if like, you imagine if you tried to fuck your girlfriend? She's like, I can't. My elbow's just a little twitch. That girl hates you, by the way, and she's cheating. No, but this girl had been bragging about her top game, and she was like,
That reminds me of a story.
I love to ride dick. I ride dick like nobody's business. And here's the thing about my dick is there's not much of it. So like, there's only so much riding you can actually do before you just devolve into the, the little scooch thing girls do. It's like, it's them getting off, but it's like we pretend to like it, but we know what y'all are doing. You got the rug burn and the bruise up here after. Okay, so y'all know what I'm talking about with the rug burn and the bruise on the little.
I love to hear like the male point of view.
Yeah, I mean, we're just
on
laying
stuff
down.
like
There's
that.
no penetration. It's just this little like.
Oh wait, you're saying like you're not in her?
No, I am
When she's
in her.
doing
But you know
that?
how like with a dog with worms drags itself across the carpet? That's what y'all look like up there doing that. And we know it's for y'all, so we don't complain.
That's so unattractive.
Imagine slowly feeling yourself get soft as it's happening. That is even
my
worse. Because you know
God.
you're about to fuck with her self-esteem. She never coming now. Neither are you.
Oh my God.
But she didn't do this yet. She hadn't devolved into the scooch. She was still trying to like clap, right? Okay, which she was really killing it, but she misjudged maybe the angle of my dangle, or maybe she thought I was working with a little more. So as we're here, she's hitting it with this one, like head penetration remaining. She came up and gave me about an inch, half inch of clearance and hit me, not with the booty hole, not with the coochie, with the taint. And I was rocked up at this point because she wasn't doing the scooch. I had like a full bend and a pop. I thought my cock broke. I said, ah! Picked up, like lifted her up and just tossed her to the side because I'm not worried about love at this point.
Just this motion of this bitch flying through the air, like hitting the ground. She's bounced. She's like, what the
I was
fuck?
pretty jacked at this time. She was a tiny young lady. I had to just
Because you like those.
hoist. Yeah. Crack whores. Does Eak the Freak have a type? Crack whores. But yeah, my cock didn't break. I guess I have an incredibly elastic penis, and I don't think
Is that possible anyways?
I've heard that it is. I've heard that people break their dick.
Okay.
But there was a pop, a loud pop. And
Yeah, you thought for sure this is it.
if you guys have ever had this, I feel this cannot be uncommon. If y'all are watching this and y'all have had like I've had the one where it pushes down too far too, where they like miss and it slides up the butt crack and you'll get a big pop right there. It is so unnerving. But I would say that's the most significant sex injury I ever had. I have faked getting a cramp before to get out of some stinky pussy. I got in some coochie that was like, oh, goodness, you don't respect me if you showed up with this in your pants. Because she knew. You have to know at a certain point.
You know. You have to. And if you don't, like...
You have to.
You have to.
Yeah,
I don't know. Like, I'm trying to come up with a reason on why you don't. And it's just like...
You don't care.
Or like you just have never been taught in your life that like you should keep check on that. And like it's part of your like body health.
You ever have girls tell you that you shouldn't use soap on your vagina?
You shouldn't.
And this is part of the problem, folks. This is what I really want to highlight right here.
You can use like Dove, like sensitive skin, like very, very like easy stuff.
Okay.
Like, but you should not use like
Dishwashing liquid.
Yeah, you should not use that. There's certain ones that like are okay, but like the ones that you put like they put out that's for, it's like pH balancing and it's
Summer's
scented
Eve.
and and all that. You don't need to use anything scented.
Nothing scented. I have heard that.
Yeah, nothing scented. It needs to be like the either nothing at all, like just water. Your vagina is a self-cleaning.
Constantly just
Like-
flushing out the old
Yeah, and as long as like you're ingesting what you're supposed to, water, yeah,
It's the big one.
it's huge.
I think most stinky coochie I ever been around
They're
was girls
dehydrated.
that just
They're
was-
dehydrated as
We'll
fuck.
be up for 3 days taking Adderall, and by the end of it, it's like, why do you smell like every Middle Eastern gas station I've ever been in?
Yeah, drink your water, girls. But like it's self-cleaning, so like you can use like a little bit, but no, don't use all the extra stuff.
So you tell me Dawn dishwashing liquid is good for them ducks covered up in crude oil, but you can't wash a coochie off with it?
No, you shouldn't.
That
That is definitely going to unbalance your pH.
and it's a delicate balance.
Yeah, it is.
I've had the pH excuse thrown at me a couple times. Like, I'm sorry, my pH is just a little off.
That's a real thing.
But why didn't they fix it before they came over?
You can't just like fix it like with a snap of a finger. Like I said, it's what you ingest. You got to drink water. You got to take your probiotics. You got to not use crazy ass soap down there.
You think it's anything to do with pineapple juice? Is that real?
I've always heard that. I don't know like the proof or science behind it, but I heard eating pineapples and drinking pineapple juice helps. But again, it's what you ingest.
You know, you like grass-fed cattle is like the highest quality of
Girls
beef.
don't need to wear underwear either.
I would love to have a pineapple-fed bitch where I just
You
like
just
feed her
ignored that so much.
What was the last one?
I said girls don't need to wear underwear either.
And I agree with that. I don't know that there's any science behind it at all.
It is. There is science. You can wear cotton sometimes.
But not during sundress season. No undies during sundress season.
That's when, okay.
Because you want to keep the pH right, and the breeze is good for pH. I know that as a coochiologist.
Yeah.
Sex injury, Kate. Okay. I almost had my dick broke off.
I just did a whole lecture on vaginal health.
Good.
Sponsors.
Good, because I done run into so much bad coochie. They need this.
I do take my probiotics for that, so... some brands out there that want to sponsor vaginal health.
Activia Vaginal Health. This next section is brought to you by Yoplait.
I'll take it. Ooh, no yogurt. Don't do that.
I thought it was good probiotic. You could just smear it. And that was, we're going to cut that. We're going to cut that part right there. That was completely unnecessary.
No, okay. Anyways, injury. Is that all of yours?
I almost had my cock broke twice. What's your sexual injury story? Every time you've had sex, you've walked out feeling like a Teflon Don, like you're undefeatable?
No, absolutely not.
You're just not going to disclose
I'm just not going to disclose
it? You got anything maybe just like mild? You stubbed a toe, maybe like you got a cut on the corner of your mouth from the ball gag, something like that?
Ew.
You ain't into ball gags?
No.
Since when?
I'm too dominant. I'm not going to have one.
Would you strap one on somebody else?
Probably not.
Okay, so not that dominant.
I'm not into degrading.
Okay, I used to think we were a lot alike, and now I'm starting to see where we're different.
I don't like that. That's probably a lot of PTSD, though.
You like to be degraded?
No, but I have some trauma behind that. So
okay, fair enough.
That's why.
We're going not to get too deep into the trauma.
That's why I'm like, no, we'll just hear yours.
No. Okay. I'm trying to think. Oh, I did have another sex injury. I ain't gonna lie. I walk around with Hemis pretty good bit. I've had Hemis since I was a young child. And for y'all at home, a Hemi is not an engine in a Dodge. It's actually a hemorrhoid. It's a varicose. Speaking of, hold on. We'll just show them. It's no big deal.
Wait, what? No.
That's not what you meant?
No.
Okay. My PR team says that showing you guys my hemorrhoids is probably bad for sponsors.
Yeah.
So I've had Hemis about my whole life. And so during my years of sexual tourism in Europe and the Middle East, I was introduced to the finger in the booty hole method from some Thai hookers, which I became a fan of, right? So I get back home, I find a nice young lady who says that she too is interested in the finger in the booty hole method.
But you had a hemorrhoid.
Well, I've always had them. It don't really.
Oh, so even when you got introduced to it, you had some?
I mean, not like
or
actively.
One or something.
It ain't like a always active situation.
A plural thing or what?
It's a flare-up situation.
Okay.
And if I got a flare-up, I ain't going to be touching my booty.
Okay.
So.
I know. You won't sit in my black chairs over there.
Yeah, I can't. Because they got the little strip down the middle where the booty hole is, and it just puts all the weight on like the pushing out of the bottom.
I never even noticed the strip in the.
I'll be looking at chairs. I'll be analyzing them.
I know
motherfuckers.
You said no. I can't sit in that, Katie. I tried to get them. I tried to do this whole like table ordeal and like a little stool. And they were hard. He said, no, Katie. He said, we're going with the low chairs.
They're right over there. I'm going to show you after. They got a strip right down the boot. I think it's to keep your booty hole fresh while you're sitting in them so it can kind of air out.
I don't think that's what it is.
It'd be a good design.
Yeah, but.
Who wants a stinky butt?
Well, yeah, it doesn't work.
Okay, I remember you had been sitting in that thing all day.
Oh, thanks.
Just kidding.
Thanks.
So I got back home. I was going to experiment with some butt stuff because I'd never had an injury because the thing about Asians is they have soft and supple hands. And they're always covered in massage oil. Well, at least the ones that I was running into over there. So it's like their hands are softer than baby ducks. You can barely tell what's going in there. So I got here, and my girl worked at a carpet mill, Krillin, and that's a lot of knot tying. So you got some roughness to you.
Some calluses.
No Hemis at the time.
She works with her hands.
Yeah, she was fixing a tufting machine all day, coming home and fingering me. There's no way for that to.
Bad bitch.
Yeah.
I know nothing that goes into that, but it sounds hard.
God bless you.
Sounds really hard.
So I was like laid out on a love seat and with like my pelvis in her lap and my feet laid over and kind of just like cocked up in a, like I'm not asking for it, but I'll take it if you give it situation.
I feel like that's a very like princess like
Jerk
position
me.
to be in.
Jerk me. That was me. I don't even look at her. I look away.
Oh my.
So she can see that I'm kind of like not asking, but being accepting of potential penetration. So she starts hitting me with one, but she never really like figured out where the prostate was. So it was mostly she's just like rooting around in there, like she's trying to get change out of a vending machine. Didn't really feel that good.
Ew.
But then, unbeknownst to me,
Was this like her first time? You didn't think it was because she like said she.
Well, it was like we were a one knuckle couple. She would just hit me with the little one knuckle and it's just a little stimulation.
Yeah.
But she started to get bold with this because I couldn't nut because I was on the Maddies. And so she didn't tell me. I got the lube on my meat, so it's like running all down my balls and stuff. So she takes a second covert finger and thinks that it might be like a vagina where you just slide it in, nobody really notice. Well, I got this bussy.
You think girls don't notice that?
I mean, not a lot of the ones I be hanging out with.
Okay.
But look, this little bussy is a balloon knot. My shit tight. I don't be, it's a rare occasion I be getting in there. And she did. She gave me an anal fissure. I did have to nut after that. Like, I'm not going to give up in the middle of a jerk. But afterward, there was some blood. And
it burned.
It burned. And I honestly was just kind of, I felt a little degraded, which I liked. But then also the physical pain was kind of taken away from the overall bust. And I would say that was probably maybe my worst sexual injury because I carried that one around for a while.
Yeah, it lasted a while.
Give it a little wipe.
Yeah.
I just exposed that I'm a back to front wiper. That was embarrassing. Y'all at home, are y'all back to front wipers or front to back wipers? Comment down below right now. We're going to start a poll.
You're like, this video recording of this podcast kind of fucks you up sometimes, doesn't it?
What, this?
Yeah.
The video factor of it?
Yeah.
How so?
You just be letting all kinds of things out.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm not getting a real job ever, so it's like, I can say whatever I want.
Yeah, back to the first question.
Back to the first question. Do I hold back anything? Yeah. Honestly, no.
And also, we're self-employed for the rest of our lives at this point.
Shout out.
I don't want it any other way.
Okay, this is one from, I guess we're saying first names, Colton Chandler Helton. Of Helton Tire, East Morris Street.
Oh God, what is this?
Oh, he asked, how many times a week do y'all wash his hair?
Once.
Okay.
Sorry, go.
No, tell me why. Yeah, I mean, you're like, this is your area.
Well, first off, it's a lot of hair. Like, to wash it, dry it, style it, it takes a while.
Do you just wash your hair or the other person's hair that is tied in too?
Shut up.
Like when he said, how often do you wash your hair? He didn't say y'all's hair.
Okay, so let me tell you a trick. Sometimes if like you have something going on and your hair's dirty and you can't refix it and you need to wash it, you can take your extensions, pull it back into the bun, flip your hair over and wash your hair
and leave
on the top and around your face and wash it and re-blow it dry and then style it back into the extensions. It's a cool little hack.
You take the extensions out?
No, they don't come
them
out.
Up.
You just like pull them back into a bun back here and flip your hair over. It makes it so much quicker and so much easier, and it's a good little hack. You can only do it if you have extensions. A perk to having extensions. They're amazing.
And then just hit it with the dry shampoo, baby. You ain't got to get it wet.
No, you do. I'm saying I actually like shampoo.
Your real hair.
Yes. Shampoo, scrub, blow dry, restyle your hair because that's what's on top. And then you can style it back into your extensions.
Are you allowed to get polyester in water?
Polyester?
The extensions.
They're real hair. Yeah.
Indian?
I don't know where it came from.
I don't know.
But it's real hair.
I think black people get their hairs from India. It's got like a similar darkness to it. I don't think you got like a lot of the darkness in their hair. That came from, it's probably like Scandinavian children gave that hair.
I think you're so wrong.
Who you think gave it? Probably just like regular
I don't know.
whites.
I don't care about that part.
They don't have that on the
I just
note.
know my brands that I order it from and it's good hair quality and it's real hair.
I can't tell it's
and
extensions.
That's all that matters to me.
Fair enough. How often do you think I wash my hair?
Once a week.
About once a month, whether I need to or not.
Oh, okay.
Usually. I like to knock
Also, I don't wash my own hair.
You get to wash hair. Mm-hmm. That's so crazy. Have you guys? I know
once a week, and sometimes I can talk. Like sometimes I can ask real nicely for someone to blow it dry for me too.
Eileen,
Faith normally.
Eileen, she gave me that hair shampoo last week. Oh my! I ain't washed my hair since. I want to keep her ambiance in the back. So
Eileen does like probably the best shampoo.
What
she
is
does
it?
the massage and everything.
I think it was the fact she told
That's
me
why I
to
wouldn't let
release
you
my
get one.
head.
Yeah.
And like the rub in the back. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So what I was going to say, you guys at home, I know everybody has probably like a best friend or a coworker that owns like a really nice, beauty salon and is constantly working on people's hair and just has an abundance of, chemicals and shampoos. How does it make y'all feel that you wash your own hair? Does it ever like bother you guys? I know a lot of y'all know exactly what I'm talking about in your own personal cases. You get your feelings hurt a little bit when it's like, I told her what I'm using. Dawn.
Yeah.
To
I
knock
told
the
you to
dust
quit
off.
using it. Do you want me to give you some shampoo and conditioner?
No, I want you to do it for
oil?
me.
I'm not going to do it for
Mama,
you.
I want up.
I'm not going to do it. Eileen's already offered.
Okay. All right. I need to get an official sponsorship deal with Eileen. Maybe some cross promotion for a weekly shampoo. I would really like that.
Your eyebrows.
My eyebrow. Oh, I did win the eyebrow contest. Eileen had posted I don't
If y'all
remember.
need y'all's eyebrows done, Eileen
The
is
one.
the one. The one.
I've never had mine waxed. I
will
always get them
change-
razored.
She will change like your whole face with it.
What's the pain level on an eyebrow wax?
I love it.
You love 0 to 10. What is it?
I love it. It's not painful. It's very relaxing.
No. I got TikTok. I know eyebrow removal is painful.
For those people. Honestly, like you can tweeze my eyebrows.
I'm sensitive.
Yeah, you can tweeze my eyebrows and it's such a relaxing thing for me.
I don't like anything like pulling or poking on my body like that.
No, I like it.
So yesterday, Kate, what in the hell did we go do?
We went to a car show.
That's what they were calling it. So they had a.
That's what they were calling it. What do you think it was?
It was Dalton's
It was a car show.
Dalton's first and largest virgin convention took place at Marketplace.
Okay. I know where you're going now.
The Marketplace meet.
Okay.
And I don't know.
Continue. I have something to say.
I don't know if y'all know about this about car people. They are virgins, but the way they produce their mating call for one another is they will take a 6-cylinder car, 0 to 60 in 11.5 seconds, and they will put straight pipes on it or headers, and they will just whap. And this is how they know that each other are virgins and looking for their first mate. We watched it for hours yesterday.
Mm-hmm. Until at the point that we were still just standing in the parking lot, like kind of after the car show was over with, but me and him and Brooke were standing there just talking about nonsense. And I took a moment and looked at my surroundings and realized that I think we were a good 10 years older than everybody else left in this parking lot. And we were also the only ones standing there with an alcoholic drink.
And no car.
Yeah, no car. At the car show, I said, guys, I think it's time for us to go. I think we need to go.
After the guy in the squatted truck almost ran us over.
Yeah.
This guy pulls in this big truck. I just interviewed him earlier. What was the Parts and Recreation YouTube channel? I collaborated with them yesterday as an interviewer. I'd walked around and interviewed these different people about their vehicles. But I don't know anything about cars at all. So I was just asking them like obscure questions about, basically just trying to be funny to compensate for the fact that I really don't know anything about cars. That's why I'm calling you guys.
I wouldn't expect anything less from you.
That's why I'm calling you guys virgins too, because I just don't know anything about what you're interested in. So I have to demonize it to make myself seem cool. That's the truth, man. I'm trying to keep it a bean.
I know.
Where were we right before that?
Talking about this guy in the squatted truck.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
How he about,
So we're standing-
I thought he was going to run me over, and then I tried to stand my ground.
I don't think you thought if he would have had to run you over. He's pulling in this big squatted truck, 19 years old, $80,000 truck, rich parents and all. His rich parents weren't with him. They just gave him the credit card for it. So he's pulling in to the parking spot that we're standing in, and me, polite gentleman, I'm like, oh, let's get out of this guy's way. But I see about the same time that you and Brooke see, there's parking spaces all the fuck around us.
Exactly.
And we're in one.
I said, I'm not fucking moving.
Katie said, yeah, he's going to have to hit me.
Why?
And
Why am I like that?
I said, they're going to sue you. You said, let them sue. I said, bro, look at that guy's truck. He's 19. You think his parents ain't got a lawyer? They're going to sue for sure, 100%.
It's fine.
What's y'all's opinion on squatted trucks with the lift in the front and sitting down in the back? I feel like normally if you wearing a helmet, putting a sticker on your car, if you want to tell people you have a learning disability, there's a lot of different ways. You don't have to put it.
That's terrible.
I mean, a proud parent of an autistic child, I see those on the back of cars all the time. But if you want to save money on the sticker, you just get a lift on the front of your truck and everyone will know your child's autistic.
No.
Nuh-uh. We're going to cut that one out.
That was bad.
And I think this is a good time to say that the thoughts and opinions expressed on the Beauty and the Freak podcast in no way reflect the thoughts, opinions of the ownership or staff at Tasker's Barber and Salon, 100 West Walnut Avenue, Suite 114. Come down and see us, book with us. All right. So what'd you think about the car show overall? You had a good time?
It was all right.
Oh, wait, I noticed you abandoned me as soon as we got there. So
I didn't mean to. I just needed a beer.
Okay.
I had to go find a beer.
I thought it was like the $80,000 plus cars that were there that I'd probably just like lost you as a co-host, as a life partner.
Why? Why? Because of the cars?
Because
That I just wasn't interested at all.
Yeah, no, I liked that you weren't interested in the car. I hate car sluts. Girls that just love dudes for cars.
And just stand there and act interested.
Remember when they were
because
all revving it? Yeah. Car sluts are just getting so horny for that.
They're acting like it's just turning them on so much.
Did you hear how loud them pipes was? Did you hear that? Sounds like he's got a clutch metal.
Something.
Yeah, he's got a lot of engine in that car.
Oh, yeah. I'm like, okay.
I asked the one guy, I was like, what you got under the hood there? He was like, oh, it's just a stock 2.3. It's nothing really. I was like, all right, buddy. Okay. Yeah, never mind. I just wanted to see if it was painted.
Yeah.
We did run into the...
I really have... what?
We ran into the one guy who had the motherfucking motorcycle tires on the front of his car.
I didn't see that.
It was a 2,300 pound...
I wasn't with you at that point.
2,300 pound Honda.
I guess that's when I was off in La La Land doing something else.
He was the coolest guy there. I went to high school with him.
Oh, okay.
His name evades me in this moment, even though I knew it yesterday. Yeah, he had 2 motorcycle tires on the front of his fucking car because he said the metal sidewalls are like 25 pounds a piece, 23 pounds a piece. So he had saved like 56 pounds by putting motorcycle tires on.
What, for racing?
Yeah, I think he had the fastest car there easily.
Okay.
It looked like a shit box on the outside, except for when you really started to look at it, it was like, oh, this is the fastest car I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's a big deal.
Which I did like.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that had a cool factor.
It was way better than the...
You're just hating so
let's just think about the safety aspect of it, guys. How much of the road can you see when your car is level? You see maybe 8 feet out in front of you.
Okay. Let me back you up.
Thank you. I need that.
I think they don't drive with it squatted. It's on hydraulics. When they... Really?
I don't know. I've had sex with a girl before. I've never even thought about doing that to my truck.
Do they not level it out? And then like when they're like riding around the parking lot showing it off, then they squat it? I could be wrong. I don't know. But I feel like that's a thing.
We got some truck squatters watching this, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Maybe not now. They probably all turned this off and unsubscribed by now.
I was about to say, like, yeah, you just really hated on that. But no, like I want to say, I think it goes up and down.
I would say that would make sense.
I think I don't know what the point of the squat is.
I asked him when I interviewed him. I said, so is it just to flex?
Okay. What did he say?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, I asked, is it just to flex? And I realized how much of a dick I sounded like.
Yeah.
Which I did mean it like that. But then I tried to pull it back just a little bit. And he said, no, essentially it's just because it looks cool. You know how Stan Leone boys, shout out Stan Leone boys, I went to that car show and asked people lifted or lowered. Mm-hmm. So lifted here, lowered here. But some people said squatted. And that's where your car, I think, is in a permanent position of
squatted.
Just this weird, just uncomfortable. I mean, imagine driving around and you're just looking. You know, the sun's already bad. You're driving down West Walnut late in the evening. It's right in your eyes. Can you imagine actually looking into the sun while you're driving?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what the point of it is.
There's
the flex, I don't know what flex it is.
It's to show you that your parents are rich.
Oh, okay.
Which is important.
Well, that's a flex.
That is a flex.
That's a flex. So, all right, they're doing it.
Okay, yeah. So I take everything I said back about that. If
Yeah.
I had rich parents, I would probably be driving my truck
You
vertically.
would have a squatted truck. You'd be flexing on them bitches every day.
Looking like Cape Canaveral, ready for fucking takeoff.
Yeah. Paint some rockets on the back of it.
Yeah, that was fun though. Ultimately, my least favorite part was when it was over and everybody was having a who can rev their engine the loudest at the same time contest, and then who can accelerate the quickest for 60 feet before slamming on their
You
brakes.
looked at me and you said, "I have to leave now before I lose my shit."
And I'm level-headed. Could you tell I was being serious?
Yeah, I was like, "Oh God, okay, okay."
It was just like the previous 14 virgins that left all had revved, accelerated 60 feet.
They had girls with them.
Almost caused an accident. Yeah, but those girls what they was promoting out there. Those girls don't belong to them. They belong to the streets. You heard me?
Okay.
Maybe that 60 feet of street they were accelerating on. They were trying to impress the ladies
don't
there.
know.
But yeah, that was a rough one right there. That was
Speaking of, I do want to lift on my 4Runner and new wheels and tires.
on all 4 tires. You just thinking about getting the first
No,
2?
I want all 4.
Okay.
Yeah.
Were you there?
New wheels and tire, and I want it lifted more.
You saw the shirt I was wearing at this thing yesterday.
Yeah, I did.
The Hilton tire shirt.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see me walk by the rich, the guy in the PFL shirt, maybe like a wealthy gentleman, maybe age 19. He saw my shirt and he was like, "Hey, bring that camera over here. I got something to say about Hilton Tire." I said, "What do you have to say?"
Mm-hmm.
And he proceeded to spout off some illogical propaganda.
And you said, "Nope."
I said, "Nah, not on this show,
Yeah,
buddy.
no.
Not on this. Not on Parts and Recreation YouTube channel. Go and subscribe. You'll see my full interview at the Market Meat, Market Street Meat.
Where does meat come from on it?
Cows, pigs, lamb.
I mean, was it a meat company? I know that
'Cause they
where
were
we
meeting.
were. No, Market Street Meat.
Kate, you thought that they had a fucking spit roast out there
yesterday
somewhere?
I was trying to figure it out.
Where's the meat?
All day I'm like, I'm trying to figure out where meat comes in.
That's where you was when I couldn't find you, looking for the meat. It's like, there ain't no fucking grill out here or
Yeah,
nothing.
I was so confused. I was just waiting. I wasn't asking questions though. I was waiting for me to find it.
You would just periodically walk back up to me and be like, "What you doing?"
And then we're at Market Street Meat.
In your head, just like, "I still ain't found that meat yet."
I knew where Market Street came from because that's what they called that
You've
area.
never heard of a car meet before?
Well, yeah, but
Swap
I
meet?
don't know why. Like when I heard Market Street, in my head it was Market Street Meats. Like
We all have our strength and weaknesses, Kate. Man, I don't know what weakness
I
that
was
is.
wondering why like the brand reps weren't there. Like
Where's the Hillshire Farm people out here to promote this shit?
Exactly. I was so confused. Boar's Head, like, come on, guys. There was no food there, nothing. So I was trying to figure it out. I figured it out.
I wish they had some vendors
24
there.
hours later, it clicked.
The Market Street meat.
Meat. So it's not
I
meat.
just don't know how you do this.
I was hearing an S on it.
Market Street Meats.
Yes, I swear. The first person that said it to me, I heard an S on it.
You know Market Street's a pool hall.
And yes,
And you
that's where I found beer.
Oh, but when we went in there, what was the guy doing? He was cooking steaks in the back.
Yeah.
You might be onto something.
See? So
that
I-
might have been the Market Street meat he was cooking.
Yeah, see?
No,
I mean, it was served on Market Street.
in Market Street Billiards.
Yeah.
Okay, so we saw 2 Market Street meats yesterday. We saw MEET, and then Kate finally, after hours of looking, found Market Street MEAT. When we walked in there and you smiled, I was thinking, like, why is she so happy to be here? You know
Also-
somebody? You found Market Street meat. You're like, okay, mission accomplished.
I will say I didn't know that pool hall existed. But
I didn't either. That was cool.
It was cool. It was a good, very clean setup. Like walked in, I felt comfortable right
Bathrooms
away.
are clean as fuck,
Yeah.
actually.
Like, I mean, I don't really belong in a pool hall. Like, I don't play pool. I can shoot pool. It's probably not going to be good until
Okay,
I
I
whoop
like
your
that.
ass. But
Next week, me and Kate go to Market Street where I fucking pile drive her in on pool. Well, that sounds maybe like not what I would do.
Yeah.
I was thinking of an aggressive term and then,
that was the first one that came to mind.
yeah.
But anyways, he had food. He had beer. Like, I liked it.
And it was just one dude.
I liked it. And there was a jukebox. You could play whatever music you wanted to hear.
And we're not sponsored by Market Street Billiards yet.
No, I'm just saying I didn't know that they existed until yesterday, and it was really cool.
But they will be getting this clip for sure because we are currently seeking sponsors who have no desire to moderate our content at all. Ask for our viewership statistics around the local area if you want to know what kind of reach you could get from that.
Yeah,
by the way,
they're pretty dope, actually.
A little surprising. Market Street meets.
We could do some things.
Yes.
I can't believe it. I can't believe it.
I can't believe it. Even though it's like I've been to a lot of different meets, you know, you go to like a track meet, you go to like a
No, I don't know why I didn't click yesterday.
I'm glad it didn't because this has been about 4 minutes where my stomach is now hurting from laughing. Why didn't you ask? That's what I wanted. Closed mouths don't get fed, Kate. I'm glad you didn't ask any of the car people. You walk up to the organizer and you're just like, where? I get the Market Street part because of this, but where y'all keeping the meat? Is it y'all got the yellow in the back with the goat on the thing? What else we got on here? What we got on the docket for today?
Wrong pen.
No, I would rather read this, honest. This is kind of cool.
Yeah, go through that. Read some things off.
The morning cleaning list. This is what we really got to get done.
No, not that.
I'm tired of coming in here, and this. I need to get you after this.
This table looks terrible. It's dirty.
I mean.
No, you just opened it up to my 4 days at Summit in Atlanta and all my notes.
The 4 fundamental principles. Sound. I can't read cursive.
I'm like, go
I had
to
strep
another
throat and
page.
missed four weeks of third grade, and now I can't read cursive anymore. The car show. Oh yeah, July 22nd at Tanya's. Y'all gonna be there. It's gonna be so fun.
Did you go through all those?
I think roughly.
Let me see it.
First world problems, sex injury.
Okay.
What mixture is made with industrial grade fertilizer and diesel fuel? That's pretty odd. Definitely don't look up the Oklahoma City Federal Building attack to get the answer to that. That's a domestic terrorism joke. So now that we're demonetized for what I just said, I think we're about to wrap up here. We got to go do stuff and things, and there's also that one thing that we were gonna talk about and do after we did that other one.
Yeah, that.
Yeah, because we're busy and cool. And people,
Hey, y'all follow us on TikTok. We're trying to get our TikTok going.
Fuck yeah, we're actually going to make some TikToks instead of just talking about it.
That's what we're doing. After this.
Instagram. Let's just go shout shit out right now for this over and over.
Yeah, that's what we're doing after this. We're going to make some TikToks. We're going to upload them. Find us on TikTok. Follow us. Like our videos. Share them.
Oh, keep hitting the different platforms. I'm going to count them out.
Okay,
TikTok,
Instagram,
Beauty and DaFreak.
We have like 7 on Instagram if we really want to shout all of them out.
We have 7 Instagrams?
Well, like if we want
we have the Tasker Salon Instagram. We have the...
You messed it up.
Now it's starting to hurt my feelings when I do it.
Beauty and the Freak podcast on Instagram. Tasker's Barber and Salon. Katie B Hair.
Eak the Freak 69 on Instagram. I don't really get on there. Add me on Facebook.
My personal one. What is it? P Katie.
P Katie B Brogdon Brown.
Why do I not know my own Instagram handle?
It's P
Katie Brogdon. It's not Brown. I'm not Brown anymore.
You can also follow me on OnlyFans at www.onlyfans/.
You can find me Katie Brogdon or Kate.
Also
Brogdon.
on OnlyFans.
No, you cannot.
No, you can't find it. It's hidden. DM for link for mine. I'm not going to put it out there. Thrilling content. I do have a YouTube channel. That's Eak the Freak. Y'all heard the music that played on the intro.
You're on our YouTube channel if you're watching. So I was going to say.
They could be on Spotify.
Okay,
or
yes.
maybe Apple Podcasts if we really get our shit together by
Yeah,
then.
I thought we were on Apple Podcasts. That's my fault.
The intro music for this podcast, if you've not heard it before, it's Back on the Pills. That's a song by me. I'm actually a generational artist. I'll be revered as a genius for generations to come.
He's about
eventually.
to drop some new music.
Ooh, I got some singles that didn't make the album. It's not because they're not good enough. They're just not in theme with. Me and Katie, I don't think I've ever had a conversation about my music until today, honestly. And
I've heard it. Like
I showed her some of the bangers in the vault today.
I can't wait for you to drop it.
Oh, it gives me like cold chills getting ready to do this. I think people think I quit music.
Oh yeah, no,
Because
he
we do
did
this.
not. He's
hard at work in the laboratory.
Yep. Y'all stay tuned.
What Yeah, and I think
Is
that's
that
about
all the platforms?
Oh no, Only Toes is the new one. Totally Fans, I'm on that one too. You can request different condiments, ketchup, mustard. I do barbecue sauce. I have a slight allergy to pickles, but I will dip my foot in the pickle jar. It's a little more, but you guys understand. If you got the fetish, you're gonna find it where you can get it.
Yeah.
We got anything else?
I think that's all.
Submit to our fucking our blind dating show. It's gonna be obnoxious. We're not gonna try to embarrass you guys.
Oh yeah, it'll be good. We're I think
Have
like,
a sense of humor. Don't
Oh
submit
yeah,
if you don't
definitely
have a sense of humor.
But I think like I would love to actually hook some people up.
Yes, I would too.
Like, yeah.
Who knows more about love than us?
Like maybe we can like if they I think it needs to be based like we'll interview them and then before they see each other they have to decide if they're gonna go on a date or not. But like we're gonna set the date up
Okay.
and send them on it.
We send them all to
No, we'll come up with it.
Market Street Meat. Yeah. All right, guys. So thanks for hanging out and talking with us about our meat. Until next week, I have been rapper, producer, podcaster, Eak the Freak, the beautiful, the talented, Marlboro Red, and a sweet tea, Katie B. And we'll see y'all next week.
Thanks, guys.
Cut.
Well, I'm right back on the pills, don't give a